Hi Ben, Coach Smart from ABC Baseball Camps. How you doing? Had a good time with you guys this week in Seattle. I'm here to do your video analysis on your hitting. Okay, let's talk about your setup, okay? Let's click you forward here and see if you're ready to hit yet. Okay, so we'll get you right here in your setup. Right there, okay. Let's talk about this. Front foot. Looks like you're parallel. Hard to tell the shade there, but it looks like you're parallel. Okay, we can't stress that enough, Ben, about being parallel and being able to be in the same position every time. Getting that same position every time. Okay, you got a nice base for your foundation of your swing, and your hands are high enough that it's going to allow you to create a downward angle to your swing plane. So all good. Okay, let's see if you stay on that line when you stride. Okay, so you see what happens right away, bud, is you open way up. You open way up, and that's going to cause so many issues for you, buddy. So many issues with everything you're trying to do, okay? It'll won't make it possible for you to get everything you can out of your body as far as your swing goes. So we better just get that squared away first, okay? You can't survive, Ben, opening that foot up that much, or at all, to tell you the truth. Okay? You got to get someplace in the garage with a tee, or even with, you don't even have to have a bat, and just practice your load and your stride. You know, take some tape or some chalk, draw your line for your back foot, draw your line for your front foot, you know, and stride straight where it's comfortable for you from a width standpoint. Okay? And have somebody draw an outline of your foot on the concrete or the pavement, and then have you practice that every night for 5 minutes, just taking your load and your stride so your foot lands, you know, right here. Okay? Right, just so it looks just like your back foot, but on that line. Because, bud, see what happens here when you do this? See the angle of your hips now? Like this. Your shoulders are like that. Okay? There's just no way you can hit a pitch on the outside of, you know, anywhere but inside or maybe down the middle. It's going to be very, very difficult for you to hit balls on the outside of the plate. Because if a pitcher sees you do that, he's not going to throw the ball inside to you. He's going to throw it outside to you. When the catcher sees you step like that, or a coach from the other team, they're never going to throw the ball in the inside half. They're going to throw the ball in the outside half. And your bat's just not going to be able to reach it because of that first step. So you've got to find a way to eliminate that and get that foot so it's parallel. Okay? I'll tell you what I've done with some young hitters for me is I'll build what's called a stride box. Okay? Okay, now this second line I'm putting on the screen, Ben, is behind your feet, behind your legs, okay? So I make that just wide enough, just a little bit wider than the player's feet, and I have him step so that when he steps, he can't step backwards. He has to step and put his front foot right against that front part of that 2x4. And that, you know, when you do that a couple 500 times, you'll start to develop some muscle memory, which you're going to have in order to get that fixed. That's a key part of your hitting, will be getting that first area fixed, okay? So it's going to have a trickle-down effect on everything you do. Okay, let's talk about your swing plane. Okay, that's golly, Ben. you do a good job with that, buddy. Your swing plane's fine. So you can get your front foot figured out. You're going to be just fine. That's a very good swing plane. You're what we call connected. If I took a big piece of rebar and drove it down through your shoulder, down through your elbow, down through your hip, down through your knee and into the ground, okay, it'd be perfect. So you're lined up very good there, okay? You're a connected hitter. That's a good thing, especially at your age. Okay, let's look at your point of contact, your position of contact. Okay? So this should be your position of contact right here. The baseball should be right there. Okay? Let's talk about the angles we have here if the ball was there. You're out in front a little bit, but that's, that's just part of baseball. But we're going to talk about some angles. That angle right there, buddy, is darn near perfect. This angle of your left arm is darn well perfect. The angle of your back leg and your back knee, really good. Okay, it looks like I'll get rid of this baseball here. Looks like you got a little bit of flex in your front knee, your front leg, and that's good. So that's all good. So your head slot is pretty good. I'm not sure if I like your head tilted that much, but your eyes are, right behind the baseball. They should be back here someplace or here. But your head's in a pretty good spot too. Okay, so those are the good things. Let's talk about some of the things we need to work on. Okay, when you're in this position here, Ben, we don't want to be on our toe. We want to be on the ball of your foot. Okay? This is going to give you the ability, Ben, to push this knee down harder to inside your front foot. And I'm drawing that line to where your front foot should be. Okay? That's going to give you more energy pushing down towards the inside of your front foot. Okay? When you create more energy that way, Ben, you create more bat speed. When you create more bat speed, you create more power. Okay? So you got to get on the ball of that foot. That's just going to take a bunch of tee work and being real, cognizant of what you're doing with your back foot, very aware of what you're doing. So you take your swing, you got to check your back foot. You have to have Dad watch you swing and see where you are at point of contact. And take some swings in slow motion so you're rotating your back foot, that you get on the ball of your foot. Okay. We talked earlier about the trickle-down effect of that front foot, okay? Here's where it's going to kill you, buddy, okay? When you push down that back knee like you are right now, the energy you're creating is just being flushed down the toilet out the front end of your swing. Okay, it's just being flushed away. Because you're not pushing down against anything because of where your front foot is. Okay? If that front foot was where it's supposed to be, out in here, and you're pushing against a closed, firm front side, you would increase your power a lot. How hard you hit the baseball would be increased dramatically by not letting that front foot open up, that front hip, your front shoulders, all open up. Okay? So I can't stress enough how important that front foot is to your success. Okay? Next time you go outside and play catch with your brother or your dad, take your left arm and your glove side and just hold it against your side as high as you can. Then try to throw the ball very far. You can't. Because you're not throwing against your front side. Well, you're not hitting against your front side with this swing. Because of what you do with your front foot. You're not hitting against anything. So your amount of power is going to be decreased dramatically because of it. Okay? So you've got to find a way to get that front foot closed. Okay? Let's get rid of some lines and look at some more swings. See how consistent you are. Maybe it was just that one bad swing, and we can we'll see some better ones here. Let's see. Okay. So setup's about the same. Swing plane again is good. But there you go. You're already on your toe and you haven't even made contact yet. Gotta get the ball to that foot. Bad pitch. Okay. Okay, let's look at another swing. Okay, see there's that foot. There's that bad angle again we talked about. Gotta be this way, buddy. It's gotta be this way. It can't be that way. Okay, it's gotta be this way. Okay, swing plane. Again, good swing plane for your age. Good position of contact with everything except for that back toe. Want to be in the ball of your foot. Okay. Now let's check out your finish. I wouldn't change that finish at all, buddy. Okay, your finish is just fine. We just got to get that front foot fixed. So the good news is a lot of good things in your swing. Your setup's good, your swing plane's good. Your position of contact's fine except for the front foot. And your lower half is fine except for the front foot. So if we can get your front foot fixed, boy, say that 5 times fast. If we can get your front foot fixed, you're going to be fine. So I hope this helps you, bud, and I look forward to seeing you at another ABC baseball camp.